But the next video is about the new game Pragmata. I'm sure you guys have heard about Pragmata. It's basically it's a game about a guy who's protecting his robot daughter, basically in space. That's pretty much the gist of it. But a lot of people have an issue with it to the point where they're saying it's incel it's incel for guys to play a video game like this because this isn't how it really is in real life, and all it is just child predatory acts and stuff like that, and just some real gross stuff. And so there's that, and there's some other stuff in this video too, but we're gonna watch it.
If you're a woman online, you have probably heard that many times. Perhaps this image
What?
haunts you at night.
I missed it.
It is a true fact that women's fertility...
Start over.
Your eggs are drying up.
Ah, your eggs.
If you're a woman online, you have probably heard that many times. Perhaps this image haunts you at night. It is a true fact that women's fertility begins to decline at age 30, and they suddenly wake up and get what we call baby fever. But what about the men? Do their sperms
Baby
rot?
fever.
Do their balls shrivel up into little raisins and die? Do they wake up one...
I mean, there is kind of a process, but it's not nearly as complex as the woman's body. Basically, men just get really old, their prostate starts growing, it makes it harder for them to pee and do other stuff. That's pretty much it. Not that complex. So yes, we do hit a menopause, kind of, but no, nowhere to the credit of what you ladies have to go through.
Biological clock in the same way women do? I've briefly joked about this in videos before. In fact, a clip of mine from a video I did a few months ago actually went viral recently thanks to the VTuber Smugalana.
Ah, yes, the male biological clock. It's not physical, but spiritual.
Well, men will deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may
That's
not
hilarious.
hit your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning, and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head.
Oh my God.
And the comments were full of men discussing their
It's
dreams
so true.
to start a family. There is not much discussion about men's desire to have children. Like many things, it's not really something they talk about publicly. That was until a certain video game came out.
And what was I gonna say? And it, yeah, like she said, men don't really talk about it. And in my opinion, I played through this game some, and never once in my head did I think about, oh, I want to be a father. I was just playing the game because that's what it is. It's a video game to enjoy and play. I can see how people would get the idea of that, but for me, it's weird to see posts by men talking about it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's beautiful for a man to want to have a family and stuff like that. But just as a man, it's just kind of weird to see a grown man play this game and then be like, man, I want a kid too. Like, that's not what I got from the game. I just got, like, it was a fun game. Why can't we just play games? Why does there have to be some kind of stigma, whether it's positive or negative? So I did find that weird, but at the same time, dude, these men are not incels for playing this game and wanting to have children of their own. That's crazy.
What are you?
I am DI-03367, a state-of-the-art pragmata created here at the Cradle. I possess basic life-saving...
How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Pragmata is a sci-fi action game where you play as astronaut Hugh Williams, who is sent to investigate an abandoned moon base. He meets a childlike android named Diana, and they team up to survive and escape the space station. Along the way, they uncover what went wrong and defeat the bad guys, all while forming a strong emotional bond.
But the bond they do form it's pretty awesome.
I'm counting on you, kiddo.
But it seems to have awakened something deep within gamers. Especially male gamers. The urge to get married and have kids. I'm not planning on
All
getting
right. Thank you
married
so
and
much
having
for
kids,
stopping
but
by.
damn,
Take care,
this game
okay?
is like
Take care. Have a
fatherhood
wonderful rest of
calling
your
me.
week,
Is this how
okay?
women feel about their biological clocks?
Thank you
This
so
game
much.
makes
Thank
me
you so
want
much. Thanks for
daughters.
stopping
What
by
is
and
this
supporting the
feeling
stream. I
inside me?
appreciate it.
It can't be. It's like, I want to protect. It's like, I want to be a A dad!
A
They won me
dad.
over. The white baby makes me feel paternal. I will burn anyone and anything that tries to harm her. This game is dragging out the innate dad instinct. I want to like Pragmata, but I can't, knowing that men are also enjoying it. This is a game for incels. Babe, wake up! It's time for your yearly gamer culture war slap! It's 2014 forever, man. We are
That shouldn't
never
be
going
there.
to escape Mr. Gamergate's wild ride. In this video, we are going to discuss the facts and theories behind the so-called male biological clock, after we discuss the drama surrounding the game Pragmata, and how a bunch of men expressing a simple, wholesome desire, the desire to start a family, has turned into yet another culture war. Yet another gender war. The gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, dealing with dating apps, hookup culture. Do men like
She has
curvy or thin
covered-
women? Do
She has covered so much on this topic too. An incredible job too.
women like dad bods or fit men? Do they like beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before we get deeper into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Hensen Shaving. For the last few decades, razors haven't been designed to work better. They've been designed to be marketed better. More features, more gimmicks, more blades.
More.
Just
Yeah,
add
just
one
getting
more
ready to say
blade,
more
bro.
blades.
One more
There's
blade,
always
I promise, bro.
more.
One more blade. While skin irritation is just
And here's the thing, like I never got it. Like why so many blades help? I don't know if they really
treated
do.
like something you just have to deal with. And a major cause for irritation is blade flex, because most razors use springs to let the blades move as you shave. That helps them adapt to like different angles, but also causes extra tugging and razor burn. Most people just learn to cope with like aftershave and cold water, fixing the symptoms instead of the cause. The question
problem.
nobody asks is, should the blade even move? And here's where Hensen Shaving comes in. By fully supporting a two-sided blade all across its length, they hold the blade in place, preventing any bouncing or skipping, resulting in an irritation-free shave. No springs, no movement, no need to compensate with pressure. And there's something really satisfying about that. Not just getting a better
real
shave,
sensitive
but
skin.
finally fixing
So
something
when
that's
I
been
shave,
quietly annoying you for years.
my skin
like when
gets
you
so
spend months
irritated.
wondering why
And I
you
used to
don't
work.
feel
And I used to work. I love how this has turned into like this is an ad, and we're reacting to an ad right now. But I used to work at Chick-fil-A for like almost a decade, honestly. Yeah, probably about 10 years, on and off a little bit, because I wanted to try other things too, and then came back because it's a great company to work for. I mean, it just is. That's just how it is. But we used to, before their new rule that they came out with like 3 or 4 years ago, we had to have a clean shave if you're a man. Oh, my skin was so
even
irritated
after you
all
get
the
8
time.
hours sleep, and then you realize, oh, I need a new mattress. You don't need more aftershave. You need a new razor. And since I switched to Hensen, I noticed that my shaves have been smoother than ever. No tugging, no cuts. The best part is, once you invest in a Hensen razor, it is a
It's for
lifetime
men and
purchase.
women.
The only thing you need to replace are the blades, which cost just 10 cents each. So once you own the razor, you'll only be spending like $3 to $5 per year. Hensen offers a variety of different colors. I have the
got to get the variety.
rose gold. I think it's so cute. So if you're tired of razor burn, skin irritation, and overpaying for replacement blades, Hensen Shaving is definitely worth checking out. Just head over to hensenshaving.com/shoe and add both a Hensen razor and 100 blades to your cart. Then enter code SHOE at checkout to get the blades for free with your purchase. Big thanks to Hensen for sponsoring this video, and
Nice.
thank you, the viewer, for
$100
not skipping the
razor
ad.
though is insane.
Right?
I guess if it's a
Now,
one purchase
let's get back
thing,
to the
then
video.
I guess over your
Throughout
lifetime it
history,
pans
there
out.
have been countless stories centered around a very specific dynamic: the adult protector and a child. You see it everywhere. In video games, they call it a dad simulator. The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, God of War, Detroit Become Human, BioShock, Life is Strange. Also movies like Logan, True Grit, in a way, Monsters Inc. Shows like The Mandalorian. Literature has done it forever with The Road, Les Miserables,
Oh,
and
The
many,
Road.
many others. It shows up time and time again because it taps into something.
And that one with Martin Freeman. Was it? No, it's not Fargo. Where Martin Freeman's got the girl that he has to travel with safety in like a post-apocalyptic or something like that.
Deeply
I forget what it's
human.
called.
The instinct to protect, to guide, to teach, to nurture something more vulnerable than yourself. It is a beautiful and powerful story that has been told for centuries. And you're like really weird and an incel for enjoying it, actually. Incel game. If you
It's
buy this
so
game,
weird.
I'm gonna assume you are a pedophile. I feel like it's a breach of ethics at this point to design child characters for an audience of majority male gamers. Like, let's stop with the defenseless girl the big strong man has to protect. This
She's a child. She's a child. Granted, she's half robot and can probably take care of herself, but she's a
reeks
child.
of sexism and control. I hate these father simulator games. They always give me the creeps.
It goes from, oh, I wish men would be better father figures and better role models and better this and better that, to this happens and you see it in a game with what you want, and it's like, nah, this is pedophilia.
This is low Kirken.
What do you want from me?
Genuinely fascist propaganda and gives me pedo vibes. Wouldn't it be cool if I sneezed right now? Fascist propaganda. If this is fascist propaganda, slap me and call me Adolf. Zoomer women really look at a wholesome game involving a child and wait, what the f is low Kirkenuinely? After hearing about toxic masculinity for the past like
Holy shit, I didn't even
years
catch
now,
that.
finally a topic comes up where it's overwhelmingly positive masculinity. And what is the response? I think the funniest thing about the Pragmata controversy is that those incels genuinely think they could ever get near enough to a woman to impregnate one. It's not nuanced. Pragmata is blatant pedophilia catered to male gooner gamers. Why are people thinking this is sexual or makes you a pedophile? Because men are notorious for being peds and disgusting humans. They sexualize
Okay, so men do all this men sexualize everything. And so we're going to make a video game and now you're going to sexualize it.
everything. You are not very smart. A lot of loser males who often turn to gaming are pedos. It is an unconscious strategy to avoid competing
By that logic, every freaking man in the entire world is basically a freaking pedo.
with chat, as well as complementing their own pure adjourniness. Stalled development. What? Y'all are full of shit talking about dad instincts and whatever. We know why the f you want to play the game. You want to crack the little blonde bimbo slut. What? This character design creeps me out. Why does she look like a doll? Why is this blonde child with a blonde?
She looks like a fucking child. I have not yet played the game. I'm going to make a comment about something that I have know nothing about.
Running around barefoot. I've not yet played the game. Is this expanded on in the plot? Or is this just eye candy for creeps? I feel like I'm going insane. She just looks
like a kid
to me. Like, that is just literally a cute little kid. I do not see the sexualization, and I am a huge pervert, mind you. I do not see what the f these people are talking about. Are there creepy people on the internet who are sexualizing Diana?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
They're
It is a
disgusting
small
people.
minority, but it is
But
still
they're
disgusting.
tiny.
In fact, a subreddit had to be shut down because people were making not safe for work art of this child, which honestly is not shocking. It's Reddit. But that's not the game's fault. The game
Yeah, exactly.
has nothing creepy in it. These creepy people will always exist, unfortunately. I have made several videos about these people.
And that doesn't mean that every single other man on the internet is too.
Existing. People getting mad here are not getting mad at the people sexualizing Diana. That would be completely understandable. It would make sense if they were going to the accounts that were doing that and calling them creeps. But
No, exactly.
They're for some
No, they're
reason
doing
just
it for
getting mad at
everybody.
people liking and enjoying the game. They're just spurging out and randomly calling everyone and anyone incels. Why did they make her look like a porn star though? Why is the child sexy? Are you okay? These Twitter freaks see a child, immediately sexualize them, and think everyone else is as creepy as they are. Like, no, bitch, that's you. And Reddit. You and Reddit. There is nothing in this video
That's it.
game that caters to the freaks except for the fact that Diana is a child. Compare that to, like, Cuties, where there were up-closes of real children twerking. That is media. That is catering to those people. An article recently came out from
true.
the outlet The Gamer that in the beginning talks about what happened on the Reddit and how disgusting some people are being towards the character Diana. Okay, fair enough, I agree. But then towards the end, the author throws in something Very telling.
I have not yet played Pragmata, and that's because I'm a little tapped out on stories where men adopt daughter-like figures and prove their masculinity by protecting them.
So if I have a kid and we are on a walk and we have to cross the road, and I'm like, here, honey, hold my hand while we cross the street. That's me flexing my masculinity. Got it.
That is their
Noted.
real problem. Men
Noted.
protecting people. That's just them proving their masculinity. And as we all know, masculinity bad.
Caring for our
Whether you
child.
agree with it or not, the average attraction trope on a little girl, blonde, blue eyes. I mean, the whole game is low-key Nazi propaganda, to be fair. I think the men who play this are probably creepy, but how is it Nazi propaganda? Blonde, blue-eyed toddler and tiaras looking white girl you have to save is literally Nazi propaganda straight out of the 1930s.
These just sound like people who are mad because they were ugly as a kid or something like that. And how much do you want to bet that the majority of all these people that are saying all this shit, they don't even have kids? I bet you they don't even have kids of their own, yet they're going to have the audacity to talk about what fatherhood is.
Dude, sorry, I don't see it. Ugh, I really don't have the energy to deal with this. Just use your brain.
Sorry, I don't have the energy to explain my schizophrenic paranoid delusion. Good.
Because
I
you
don't
know
have the
why?
energy
Because there's
listen
nothing to
it.
explain.
Listen, I know we're all used
They
to
can't
seeing
explain it. There's nothing to
gay,
be said.
Black, Hispanic,
There's nothing common
disabled
sense that they would be able to say to you.
furries in media lately. But I promise you, white people still exist. It's not Nazi propaganda.
I feel like this girl character is an objectification of the idealized child. She's pulled right from the patriarchal white supremacist imagination, the perfect pure white girl child that must be protected so she can produce the next white generation.
Dude, tell us more about how much you hate white people. Tell us more. Like, this is insane.
Anyway.
Funny how y'all have paternal instincts for a child with a model woman's.
She looks like a child in this. She looks like a child. This is not what she looks like in the game. This is a toddler. Borderline just above infant into a toddler. This is a toddler. This is a child. This is massively different. This is not this. And regardless of any of this, this is not what's being portrayed in this game. All this is made up in all these people's heads. The creators of this video game did not... What are you doing? The creators of this video game did not make this video game to sexualize a little kid. This is just disgusting people and all these people that are doing it.
Face plastered on it, make her look like an actual kid with missing teeth, short hair, bare face, snot, and see if those instincts kick in.
And if they did make it like this, you guys would be bitching even more. So why would you...
In the same. This game is openly catering to pedos. The gaslighting is over.
Wait, I'm
That's...
trying to follow the logic here. Let me just give myself some brain damage. So we make
I must
her
be
look
dumb too,
more
because I
like
don't
a
see it.
child in order to not cater to pedophiles. Am I following that correctly? Also, the face on the left is like a child 6 to 7 years old, and the one on the right is like
This is a fucking toddler, 3-year-old.
Diana's a robot
Yes.
kid. She's not a robot toddler. Also, again, she looks like a kid. Am I going insane? Like, that looks just like a little kid. Do they just want her to look ugly? Is that what this is? They want her to be ugly? Like...
And they're not going to make her ugly because nobody wants to look at anything that's ugly. You just don't. That's human nature. You just don't. So I'm sorry if you're ugly or if your kids are ugly. I'm not that great looking, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to spout a bunch of crazy shit on the internet just because of it.
Weeb incel gamers LARPing saying, ooh, I want to be a dad now, because they're manipulative, creepy freaks and like the ooh little girl with the model face, especially the lolicons, obviously. The devs know the male gamers hate a realistic or ugly child, because that's not what they're playing for. If they made her look like a realistic, ugly child, none of them would be...
Okay, like I said earlier, none of these guys have kids. I guarantee you none of them have kids. And really, You you want it to be an ugly kid, and you think all children are ugly? Kids are
saying
adorable.
this. First of all, why are they
Hell is
acting like it's
wrong with you?
realistic to portray children as ugly
As
and disgusting? Children are not ugly and disgusting. Like, they're cute and adorable. That's what they're known for. Like, yes, she's made to look cute. Yes.
And
That's how you know
adorable.
this game was not made by Western video game developers. That's how you know there was
It's so true.
no
So
Liliths
true.
on the dev team here. You guys would lose your shit while playing BioShock. Actually, BioShock is a really good example of this design working right. The little sisters are all gross and have gray-green skin. No, you don't understand. Everything around me must be ugly as or I will furiously start masturbating. This all sounds like 2014 discourse, because it is 2014 discourse. Please don't let there be Gamergate 2.0. Who's going to be the shoe on head 2.0 to emerge from the Gamergate 2.0? If she's listening now, just, this might sound very vague, but don't. That thing? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Phew. Thanks for talking to me all the time. Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be when we first boarded the tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it. It's for you.
Look at that. You wrote your name, too. Not half bad, kiddo.
This robot girl makes me
Yeah, no, that's bad. That's bad. You should watch that. You should hate that. That's bad. That's bad. We need to stop that. We don't want that in this society. What we just saw, we don't want. We want, I mean, shit, at this point, I don't know what the fuck people want.
comfortable, and the fact that I haven't seen female gamers fawn over her is interesting. I've seen more clips of her and that man, and that is not how kids behave. Something weird is going on here. The something weird going on here is you, ma'am. You are the something
You're the
weird.
something weird.
Men like the Father
Jinx.
Simulator game where you have to protect
That's
a
hilarious.
small child and shoot
That's
up a bunch
funny.
of robots in space. Suspicious! Also, I have seen plenty of female gamers fallen over this character.
Me. Yeah. Okay. Everything's all about you.
Who would win? Decades of anti-natalist propaganda? One little bean. There were even women cosplaying as her. And when women even expressed how cute they thought Diana was, they're also met with this. Oh my god, Diana is so precious and adorable. I'm gonna love this game. Thanks for telling everyone why you want to play the game, before you make up some other excuse to hide your pedophilia. What? Water guns are the best. I like it just as much as crayons. I like how the sand feels on my toes. I press down and sink in. Children don't act like this. This is how someone who fetishizes father.
It's literally how you ever taken a kid to the beach? That's literally what they're doing. They're digging their toes. They're looking at it. They're putting their hands in it. They're rolling in it. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
Motherhood wants children to behave. To normal people, it's actually deeply off-putting. The best part was all the actual parents, like, replying to these people like, yeah, no, that is literally how my 5-year-old acts. Like,
Yes, this
yeah,
because
no,
all
it's
like I've
pretty
been
accurate.
saying this whole
Fetishizing
video,
fuck-
everybody
meaning
who's freaking
human
making these
desire
comments,
to procreate
they don't
and
have
start a
kids.
family. Oh, you want to meet a woman and settle down? And
So
have
how
a
would they
family?
know any of
Maybe have
this?
a house, 2 dogs. You sick fuck. We've reached radioactive levels of incel propaganda.
By the way,
What the
huge
fuck
shout out
does
to
incel mean
Capcom
anymore?
too.
I
By
feel
the way,
like
they're
I
putting
asked
out
this
bangers
in
left and
every
right in
single
the
video.
gaming
This
world.
tweet got thousands of likes. I feel like I am going and saying, where does the incel part come from? Like, they want men to be open about their emotions, and then men are open
There
about
you
their
go.
emotions, and then they're just
then they
called
don't want that.
Nazis or incels or both. Usually both. It's usually a package deal. And this tweet came from a man to make things worse. A grown-ass man saw another grown-ass man speaking about the normal human desire to want a family and want children one day, and called him an incel. Cockroach behavior.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care.
None of the fucking people playing this game have. Yes, there are some people that after playing the game, they're like, yeah, I want to have a family, but stuff like that. But like most of these comments and crap are people attacking people for playing the
about
game.
like
Like, what are
if
you
you're a
talking about,
gamer,
Hasan?
you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a f***ing lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, it's just not something.
Why do you don't have kids? I don't see any kids. I mean, I don't know. You've been to a couple brothels, Hasan. You might have a kid somewhere for all we know. But
That you're gonna experience ever.
why
for
do you
your
care?
life, for the rest
You
of
don't
your
have
life,
kids
right?
either.
This is something that I never understood.
So why are you
Wow,
speaking
maybe
about
there's
having
a reason
kids?
people are yearning to start a family and can't afford to have one and can't seem to find a partner.
And here's the thing: the only men who think like that are in his chat.
They feel
Those are the only
alienated
people
from
in
their
the
work
entire
and
world. They're already
atomized
in
from
his
their
chat.
community. If only there was a political commentator around to speak about all this. Oh well, guess not. First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded and also very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody
Has
to care about
everything.
a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all,
That has
what
nothing
is
to do
this
with him.
nihilistic horseshit? You never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meaning. This is the dude the media wants us to believe is going to save young men from the alt-right pipeline. Yeah, okay. And I love how he's like, unfuckable losers. Like, okay, congrats on the sex, bro. Check out this sex haver over here. I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign brothels and pay for sex like you, Hasan. Something weird about a man who could easily consensually get sex from a woman but
That's
chooses
funny.
to go to a brothel. I don't know. Just saying. Also, 35?
Tell
No
him
kids?
shit on that.
Like,
See,
I'm sorry,
exactly.
that
That's
just
what I was
pisses me off.
saying.
Like, sitting in his ugly ass $600 Gucci sweater. I swear I've never seen this guy in a fucking normal ass t-shirt. Sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind raped that this is their reaction to such like a simple.
They are. We just watched a video
wholesome
earlier about David
concept.
Cross
Like,
being
literally,
mind
no joke,
raped.
the
He's in the
entire
bubble
meaning
too.
of life is somehow confusing to Hasan Piker, anti-natalist. If I saw a child that looked like that, I'd probably attack it. I felt like hitting her. The right-wing nutjobs seeing this and feeling paternal instincts are just predators. The only instinct I feel as a man right now is self-defense. I want to kill it. Yes, the ones saying they want to protect a kid are the predators.
Yeah,
not the
there you
ones
go. I
saying
was
they
getting
want
ready
to
to say
kill
that.
it. The only thing I felt while watching this is pure bloodlust for that annoying creature. I hate children so much. Before you come at me, yes, I'm a 35-year-old crazy cat lady and proud of it. Stay mad. First of all, every time you see a little smiley face like that, that's how you know
They're
that
mad.
person is
They're
madder than
pissed.
they've ever been
They're
in their
really
entire
mad.
life.
Yeah.
Listen, obviously if you simply don't want kids, that's fine. Like, whatever. Not everyone wants kids. Not everyone wants to be a parent. But the societal attitude, the difference between men and women here,
Yeah, that your opinion should be what everybody else's opinion. It's
for how they
ridiculous.
handle this situation is so like fascinating.
Live the way
I'm
I
probably
live.
never
That's the only
having
way.
kids.
That's the
I'm
only
probably
right
gonna play
way to
video games
live.
for the rest of my life. I'm probably gonna be as hot for as long as I can, and I'm probably gonna keep making money. That's probably what's gonna happen for the.
But our little Miss Goofy Valkyrie always gets herself in trouble by saying something like this.
Next 40 years until I.
And then
People
she
are just
gets
gonna
her
keep being
hate.
mad at me about it. Menopause is gonna hit me like a brick wall, but at least I will be in the bag until then. You don't want kids? I'll do it whenever I want. I don't think I'm running out of time.
Absolute delusion. I feel like a lot of men in this situation are like, damn, I wish I had a family. That sucks. Women overcompensate and they pretend to be proud of it, and it just comes off as really kind of sad. And I guess it's like, as a woman for a long time, it's like...
And I think a lot of that has to do is because they wanted a kid so bad. And because for whatever reasons, they either can't or they can't find the right person or whatever the reason is, there's a reason why they're not having kids. And so they hate to see other people having kids. And it affects them in a way where that's what they have to do, kind of. Like they have to be like, no, I don't want kids. To tell themselves that they didn't, even though that they did and something traumatic or it didn't have to be traumatic. Something happened where they couldn't or don't. and so they have to kind of build this wall.
Oh, you're too young to have kids. Don't have kids. It will ruin your life and your
It's a
body
man
and your career.
explaining
Don't
it, so
have
it's
children. And then all of a sudden
only
you hit a certain age and it's like,
105%
your
right.
eggs, man.
I'm just kidding. I'm
I
just
get
kidding.
it. It's frustrating. I get it. I hid my pregnancy from the internet. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Well, some of you guessed because I was fat as f. But anyway, I hid it from the internet. And while I was like 5 months pregnant, I was getting tweets from like groypers and like, TikTok, your eggs are drying up. But this like, you haters, I got my cats. Enough. Stop spreading that attitude. Stop being a crab in a bucket. Like, even if you don't
Fuck
have
you, haters.
children, that's
I got
fine.
my
You can find other
cats.
meaning in your life, obviously. But don't
Hi, Taco.
encourage that type of mindset. The amount of anti-natalist propaganda young men and young women see nowadays is like
Fucking.
insane. But the biggest anti-natalist propaganda has to be like $3,000 rent, $2,000 daycare, and student debt,
Ugh.
honestly. Like, if we're being honest. It's just sad because, like, through all of history, like, imagine your ancestors. They've been through, like, war and famine, and you're just gonna end your bloodline because the rent is too high. But it's understandable. They don't feel like they can support a child. They can barely support themselves.
Yeah, I was gonna
Especially
say,
on
some people
one
just-
income.
I was gonna say, yeah, exactly. Especially because you can't even live in today's society without 2 incomes. Like, you have to have roommates and stuff. Like, it's crazy.
Like how it used to be. Those days are gone. You know, if I was
And
president
so it's
and I
harder to
wanted to
have
make
a kid.
America great again, that would be the thing I focus on the most. But no, we have to do another bullshit war in the Middle East. Okay, whatever, we're not going into that, not in this video.
Lots of strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way childless women have maternal instincts. Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically, those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's. Men are not nurturers. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. Men don't have baby fever. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator.
What? Okay, first of all, even from
I
like
don't think
anecdotal
that's
common
true.
sense, this is just not true. This is obviously bullshit. Research literally shows that childless men experience like the desire for fatherhood almost just as much as childless women experience the desire for motherhood. Apparently, young men want children
More?
than young women do nowadays. Many men,
I think that's
including
true. I
childless
really do
men,
think that's
exhibit
true, too.
Caregiving, protective responses.
And it makes sense. It makes sense in today's society because men now are just like, where the fuck do I fit into society now? Like, what the fuck is for me? And so I can see them wanting that more, whereas a woman's just like, gotta get a job, gotta get a career. I'm a boss ass bitch. Nah, fuck the kids, they can wait.
To infants, even if they're not their own. All through history, men have protected, mentored, even died for kids that weren't their own. Also, with this logic, like, uncles, stepdads, adoptive fathers, like, anyone like that is a predator. Like, men just have the protector gene, and this game just activates it. It's really not deeper than that. Yes, it's true men don't have maternal instincts, but men do have paternal instincts. There's a reason this
Yeah,
game
there you
is
go.
about protecting her from evil robots in space and not like, I don't know, breastfeeding her. Yes, women and men are different. And I like a huge factor in this very popular trope is that the man gradually develops paternal instincts over the child despite his stoic, emotionally distant, masculine nature. These gamers are experiencing that through the main character.
If Capcom's goal with Pragmata was to make everyone who plays this game want to be a parent, then they've done an amazing job. I always sit back when Diana starts playing and think to myself, so this is what it's like to have a daughter? She's so cute. And
This whole thing is weird. Why can't you just play the video game? Just play the video game and enjoy
for
it.
the record, yes,
All this
that is what
stigma is
having
just
kids
too
like.
weird.
It's also not so fun stuff and lots of responsibility, but the good parts completely outweigh the bad and make it all worth it. There were hundreds of tweets
For
from
sure,
people,
for sure. I completely
mostly
believe that,
childless
too.
people, mind you, being like,
Yeah, I bet you
that's
they
not
all-
what having a child is like, actually, you stupid gamer. It's actually terrible and awful. Men like this
And
view
how
having
would
a
you
daughter
know?
like having a pet dog. Once she
How would
grows
you
up
know?
and isn't
You
a
probably
cute
don't have a
little girl
kid.
anymore, they'll begin to resent her. Men really do want kids the way kids want a puppy. All the fun, but none of the responsibilities. I don't like the way you guys talk about children. Like, they aren't toys. People will lose their f***ing minds when they realize that kids aren't like adults.
And that's the thing. It's all these people that are talking to them like they're kids and animals. It's not the
Dog or
men.
cat. They're a goddamn nightmare. Watching a child play with a toy and actually raising a child are two completely separate things. Kids are adorable when they're calm and playful, but little demons when they're screaming, snotting, and destroying your shit and keeping you up at night. Men really think having children is easy and fun. It's not so fun when they're a piss.
And like, granted, I know divorce rates are high and single moms, actually single dad rates actually high too, but all that stuff is high. But you're gonna sit here and act, you're gonna make all these comments and act like they have no part in the child's anything.
And crying nonstop. Do you have kids? No, and I got my tube side 3 years ago, but thanks for asking. Wow, Diana's
Exactly.
so cute. Maybe
Don't
I
know
want
shit.
kids one
Shut
day.
your mouth.
Did you know they poop and pee and cry? Why this compulsive need to counter signal this? Watching a fictional kid play with toys for a few seconds and thinking that's what it's like raising an actual human being is probably a sign you have zero idea what it really looks like being a parent, and you should not base your decision off a video game character.
I'm happy people are mad about
wait,
this, actually.
Community note. OP is an e-girl with an OnlyFans account. You stupid gamers don't get it. Doom scrolling TikTok and having multiple failed situationships is true happiness.
These people, man.
Children are a burden. Nobody is saying parenting is easy. Nobody said that. All the parts parents say are the best parts. All the parts parents say are worth it. That is what people are seeing and yearning for. They have this like insane compulsion to attack anything that's like remotely pro-family, I guess because it culturally clocks as conservative. So you have to just shun it and mock it, or else you're doing a fascist propaganda or something. This whole thing has just been a litmus test for humanity. On one side, people who long for love and meaning and human connection desire deeper things and they're in touch with their humanity. And on the other side, miserable, insane freaks who want to destroy everything pure and wholesome. And then on the sidelines, normal people who just think this is a fun game. Yeah, that's probably most people.
See, that's what I'm saying.
We're a little too online sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. Just play the game and enjoy it.
By this game.
I'm glad she brought it up.
But is the male
She's awesome.
biological clock real? Unlike women who are born with a specific number of eggs,
to the
men
extent.
create sperm all their life. Right now, as we speak, your balls are creating sperm. Men can technically get someone pregnant all their life. And by someone, I mean a woman, not a femboy. You can't get a femboy pregnant. Stop trying. Sperm quality tends to decline over time. Lower sperm count and more DNA damage to the sperm occurs. These changes usually start after 35 to 40 years old.
Yeah, and they are saying that the older you get too, because of those DNA mutations and stuff, like there's higher risk for like disabilities.
So as men age, the risk of passing on genetic mutations increases. Similar to maternal age, higher paternal age has been associated with autism, schizophrenia, so basically being a shoe-on-head fan, and other rare genetic disorders, as well as the chance of miscarriage rates being higher. So when red pill manosphere people tell you like, oh, you have all the time in the world to have children, bro, focus on yourself, queen, get that bag, like, technically, they're correct. Physically, you do have all the time in the world, but that doesn't mean you should wait. Having kids is more than the ability to reproduce. You want energy to chase a toddler around. You want your kids to have their father in their life for a long time. You want to see your kid graduate and maybe have children of their own.
Yeah, I don't think that means that you can just jump into a relationship and just be like, oh, I want to have a kid. And I don't think that that's what she's saying, but I think for most and a lot of people, it takes... They don't just, that's the one.
You want to give your parents
you get to know them,
grandchildren. You don't want to be a super old dad or mom. But if that's how it happens, that's how it happens, and that's great. Life is not a Hallmark movie, but it should not be the ideal for men and women. Like, if you are in a stable relationship, get married and have kids as soon as possible. Honestly, it's the stable relationship part I think people are having the most trouble with. It's easy to be like, find a wife and get married and have kids, bro.
That's
and
why.
It's like,
it's the stableness, yeah.
From where? The wife store? Listen, I believe you will have that one day, Anon. I believe you will have that wife and daughter or son. You will have a little Diana of your own one day. You will hang those drawings on your fridge. Don't black pill, don't doom. We're all gonna make it. Same to you ladies watching. If I can make it, you can make it. So what did you guys think of this? Have you played Pragmata? Did you like it? Did it make you feel those fatherly or motherly instincts?
A little bit.
Is your biological clock ticking? Do you have baby fever? If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to my Patreon, link down below. All Patreons get the raw, uncensored version of the video a day before it comes out, and I'm going to start doing live streams for Patreon members only, so that should be fun. And I will see you guys soon with a new video. A slot video, hopefully. Bye!
There you go. Shoe on Head with another fantastic video. She's awesome. Her videos are awesome. Shoe on Head.
Why
Like and
is
subscribe.
the child sexy?
That was a great video. She's awesome. She puts out a lot of really good content. And she's right on a lot of it. Although I will say just play games. Just play games and enjoy it. Get rid of all the other BS. Get rid of all the other BS.